we gon' run it. Hit the field, blast off, watch a mom fall. This is AFC North talk. Got me hype, it's about to be a touchdown. Got the Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, and the Browns. Are you listening? It's time to get it hype. Tune in when the season poppin'. Yeah, we going live. Hey, knock 'em out. Ay, first down, going hard. Yes, indeed. AFC North talk. Let's go. Hey, AFC North talk.
Welcome to another edition of AFC North Talk. Here we are previewing week 4. Almost, it used to be the quarter of the season. Not anymore because we don't have a perfect 16-game schedule. But whatever. Here we are, game 4.
Ruined
a lot of
everything
interesting
with that,
matchups.
right? Like, I will never grow out of being a boomer about that. Like, the fact that 8-8 is no, there's no 500 record.
There's not.
You know,
well, unless there's a tie.
yeah, it's like what 8 and 9 is the new 7 and 9, and that just doesn't feel right. Like, you ever feel good saying, "Oh yeah, it'd be an 8 and 9 team"? Like, ugh, like it's disgusting. It's gross. I don't know what's 500 anymore. What's slightly above 500?
So you're advocating for the 18 game? Is that what you're saying?
I don't want to be like, oh, they're going to be a 9 and 9 team. That sounds like even worse.
There is a way where the NFL can like have their cake and eat it too here. And it's so simple. And I hope they do it rather than adding another game. Just give every team an additional bye week. You'll buy yourself an additional week to the season anyway because of 2 bye weeks, which means you'll get another week of TV, another week of TV money. Like, it's so simple where you can have another week of games, but also make sure that teams are as healthy as they can be by just giving them a second bye week. I really hope that we don't get another game. That's just too much.
You made enough money, NFL.
Yes.
like, there's no more. You got 32 teams. We don't need 34. We're good right here. We got a good thing going. You will make gobs of money for the rest of your fucking life, NFL.
We're already struggling to find 32 quarterbacks to start every week that don't suck. Like,
you know what I mean?
Adding 34 where there would be like a good, I don't know, like 20% of the league with quarterbacks that just stink. We don't need that. Come on.
And keep in mind, Jared, we're in a great era for quarterback play, historically speaking, right? Like, it's going to get worse. Remember, like, 2012? That shit was dark. We were like, yeah, maybe Jake Locker's good. Like,
maybe Christian Ponder will be something.
Yeah. Like, it was dark, dog. Like, you know, the standard for what was good was, like, rare. It was, like, 5 good quarterbacks in the league. It's not uncommon that we're going to get back to that. But, yeah, just like, you know, they're not publicly traded. They have no obligation to keep getting bigger and bigger every year at the rates that they're trying to. Just take the small increase every year that you get and just keep it like that. It's good. You found a formula. Why are you trying to adjust the well when you already got it spitting fucking oil out the bottom of it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
if anything, we could just combine the Giants and the Jets into one. Like, maybe that'll help them actually become a team worth watching.
It'd just be one really bad New York team, you know?
There you go.
Yeah, because they just got 10% out of ESPN, correct?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they sold whatever the rights for the red zone. Yeah, they're not hurting.
There's no, the cap's going to go up if nothing changes in NFL for like 10 years. Like,
it'll always go up.
They're recession proof. They are fine. Like, if you could put your fucking retirement in the NFL, you probably would be your best bet in the country right now.
True. Okay, let's get started with Browns Lions. As a person that just got shellacked by the Lions last Monday night.
Don't underestimate them, is what you're saying.
No, I'm gonna go Browns straight. I'll give the points like I did with the Packers. I actually think what the Lions did well against the Ravens, especially Montgomery. It wasn't necessarily gifts. When Montgomery was playing, we went a little light, and we'll talk about the Ravens injury list. Basically, the whole starting D lineman is out or questionable in this game. The Browns currently don't have that problem. And they can stop the run and put pressure. I think those are the 2 things they can do well, the Browns, on a consistent basis. They're going to have a chance. Definitely take the points. But I will say, if Flacco, and this is the hard part, if Flacco doesn't suck, again, that's the hard part, and Jenkins has a good game, again, you're asking a lot on this offense. They haven't showed it on a consistent basis. They're going to win. I have no doubt. If Flacco's here throwing picks, then there's nothing I can do. I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna throw picks. There's only so much the defense can do. But if there's a turnover-free game by the Browns, and there's some sort of life to the running game, I think the Browns win again in a low-scoring game. And you guys would tell me, like, the Lions just came from putting 30 something the Ravens. I can't remember exactly. And then 50 something also. I can't remember exactly the week before. Browns best defense in the league, in my opinion. Best front in the league. If you make the Lions one-dimensional, which is what Green Bay did to them, it's gonna get hard. And then on top of that, you can provide pressure. Browns win. I think 16-13 is what I'm gonna go. Very, very low score. Q, what do you think is gonna happen?
Honest to God, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game for no good reason at all.
High score. The Browns high score.
It just feels like one of those weird games. Like both teams are coming off these huge upset victories. This is both kind of a letdown game for both of them. The Browns defense, they're due for, like, if they play like this for the rest of the year, there might be one of the best defenses we ever seen. But like they're due for a little bit of a let-up game, and I do think that the Lions are able to, they have the one offensive line that can challenge the Cleveland Browns. I think also with Flacco, the big issue with him, because Joe Flacco, and Sonny, you might have recognized this while he was in Baltimore. There are things that Joe Flacco has always done that only bother you when you're not winning with Joe Flacco, right? Like all of a sudden now you're like, oh, he looks like he moves slow. Oh, he looks a little old out there, right? Like it didn't bother you the year prior, but it bothers you now because you're not winning, right? And I think that's what's going on with Joe. Is like the problem with Joe isn't anything physical, as wild as that is to say at 40. I think it's more mental with him. Like he's not playing free right now. Like when he came back in 2023 off the street, he had nothing to lose, nothing to worry about, and he was just throwing that ball up sometimes, like, just testing these safeties, like really being aggressive in this offense, which I think is what they needed at the quarterback position. And now when you watch him, it's kind of reminds you of the end of his career, like when he was a starter still, but not very effective Joe Flacco, where it's like he looks scared to death to turn the ball over, right? And he's just not effective when he's playing quarterback like that. Part of the reason he kind of looked like a little bit like Baltimore Joe Flacco in Cleveland, because he was playing free. He's not playing free right now. He's playing very conservative, very scared football. He's hesitant to pull the trigger on a lot of these reads that are open. I think it's going to come down to if he finally just says, screw it, I'm just gonna go and be Joe Flacco. I've tried to not turn the ball over for 3 weeks. I have 4 turnovers to show for it, right? Like some people can't avoid it, right? If you're Jameis Winston, if you're Joe Flacco, you're gonna throw a couple interceptions, dog. You just gotta live with it, right? And I think that's where Joe is. I think he's trying to play a game where he's trying to be something that he's not. And I think the win this week and the combination of such a poor offensive performance last week will free him up to say, you know what, I'm just going to go out playing how I want to play. And I think he'll be much better for that, right? That's where you do see these outlier Joe Flacco games. The big question for the Browns defensive line, and I think where the game's going to be won or lost, is do they win that battle against the Lions offensive line, right? Like this is a hashtag trademark sunny game, right? All in the trenches, right? If the Browns are able to get penetration, get into that second level, get to Jared Goff, they turn Jared Goff into a pedestrian. We know Jared Goff's not good under pressure, 40 PFF rating under pressure the last 2 years, including this season. He's always been pedestrian if you get some pressure on him. And he's not really physically – he's not going – if they could tackle Lamar Jackson, if they could sack Jordan Love, they're probably going to get to Jared Goff if they get the pressure, right? That's going to be the big thing. Are they going to be able to get the pressure this week? If they're able to get to that pressure, it's going to be a lot like Sonny says, where they can neutralize that offense, and all of a sudden these teams are dead even, right? If they're not getting much out the quarterback, out the run game, and the Browns offense is not that great, then things are even. They're playing the kind of game the Browns want to. I don't know why I think this game's going to be high scoring. Everything logically tells me this game's not going to be high scoring. This is going to be another, knockdown, drag them out game. Maybe my brain is just craving some variety at this point, but I do think we're going to get an offensive explosion from the Browns here, but probably in a losing effort because you're just not going to win that kind of game with Detroit. It reminds me of that game they played in 2023 where they had these 3 games where they look like the hottest defense in the league, and then PJ Walker gets in there versus Gardner Minshew of all people, and they put up, it was like 38-39 was the score of that game. I think there's going to be a lot like that where, the over is going to hit and the Browns are going to score more points than people are expecting, not because of anything scientifically. I'm just going off the art here, the vibes here. Feels like that kind of week. We'll see what happens. If it goes how the science says it should go, how the analysts say it should go, then Sonny's completely right. This will be a low-scoring game. The Browns have a chance to win it, but something tells me that this is going to have a lot more points in it than I anticipate. But that's it for me.
I think Sonny's muted.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Is that what they're saying in the national media, that it's going to be a low-scoring game?
Either they're saying it's, I don't know. I haven't really seen the national media talk about this game either. But either they're saying it's an ass whooping or a low scoring.
The line tells you it's an ass whooping. I think it's like 9.5, right?
Yeah, FanDuel has it at 9.5.
That's crazy, dude.
I think Cleveland will cover. I don't think it's going to be like super duper low scoring, but I don't think it's going to be a fireworks show either. The Lions lead the NFL in touchdowns right now. That's more than double, almost double. I think the Packers have 7 and Detroit has 13. So, the toughest test that the Browns were able to slow down like that much, being Green Bay last week in terms of the production that they had compared to how good the offense was. I think that Detroit will be able to put up some points. I don't think it's going to be another, 35, 40-point performance. I think they win. I think the Browns defense, similar to what they did against Baltimore, where like they'll be good for like a good bit of the game. And eventually the Lions will just break through. And I just don't believe in the Browns offense enough to keep up with that. So I'll probably go like 23, 14, somewhere in there. I think they can cover a 9.5-point line.
So you're going with the under.
So one piece of information that might be helpful is Taylor Decker might be out for this game. He hasn't practiced all week.
That's less than good for Detroit, at least.
And then both tackles are going to be out for the Browns, right?
Well, Jack Conklin might play.
Oh, Jack Conklin might play. Okay.
Who are they putting on the other side?
You don't want to know because the only time we got
it's a rookie, isn't it?
It's Lucas, man. But honestly,
that's who it was. Yes, my apologies.
It could be Thane Mumford. It could be whoever they want to throw out there because Corn's been terrible, man. Like it's just been bad. So we'll see.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and bet Aiden Hutchinson anytime sack.
Hey, Joe be getting rid of that bitch fast still though. Like that's the thing. Like he don't really take that many sacks.
That's good.
The line is 10 and the over-under is 44.
Oh, got moved to 10.
Well, in DraftKings, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Ace, what is your thought?
Yeah, I'm looking at this game. I think one of the things that I'm looking at from a perspective is the Cleveland Browns defense has to try to keep them in this game, right? That's going to be the formula for them going game to game. They did very good against the Packers, but the thing against the Packers where they did have some linemen missing, they had some weapons missing. So I'm interested to see how they do against the Detroit Lions offense. And to me, I think if this game was in Cleveland, I think they have more of a shot. The fact that this one is in Detroit is kind of rolling right now. Jared Goff, as it stands right now, is 3rd in the league, I believe, in QBR as it stands right now, or 2nd in the league, sorry. So it's Daniel Jones and him, which I don't know who had that on their bingo card this season, followed by Lamar and Josh Allen and Pat. But I think the issue with Cleveland is going to be the quarterback position, as we've alluded to. When I came and looked at the QBR for Joe Flacco, he's currently 28th in the NFL, right above Tua, right below CJ Stroud.
Tua?
So that's the problem, I think.
Tua is lower than Joe Flacco?
Yep, Tua is lower.
Tua's a six-pack of ass, bro.
Ooh, I gotta watch
Tua is lower.
Football guy.
Monday night.
I think for a path for Cleveland to win this one, I think it's Judkins. I think if they can run the ball, keep this Detroit high-powered offense off of the field, and when they are on the field with their defense, try to keep them down, I think that's their path to victory here. But the biggest thing I think also in this game is, as Quincy mentioned, the Cleveland offensive line is missing their tackles. Like you're talking about possibly going into this one without both of your starting tackles.
Well, Dewan's out for the year now, so it's
Dewan, and then you also talked about the other guy's a game time decision, right? Conklin.
Yeah, Conklin's a game time.
So if you don't have Conklin, you're down to two of your backup tackles against Aiden Hutchinson and a team that just sacked Lamar Jackson 7 times. That's just a tall order, I think, for Cleveland as it stands right now. I think hopefully they try to make this a ball game, but I do like Cleveland to cover. I don't think that this team is going to beat them by more than 10 points, but I do like Detroit in this one to get the victory.
I will say, though, it's probably not going to be that much of a road game for Cleveland this week because Detroit
they're right there.
Yeah, it's literally across the lake. You could take the boat to Detroit here. So, and that's where Cleveland plays whenever they can't get a home game for whatever reason is in Detroit. So it's a pretty easy make.
Time-wise, how far of a drive is it from Cleveland to Detroit?
From Cleveland proper, about 2 hours, 30 minutes.
That ain't bad. Yeah.
But you got to remember, like, all northern Ohio, right?
Yeah.
So, like, somebody from Toledo, it's like 45 minutes, right? Like Fremont, that might be their best chance to get up there. So there's a whole lot of Ohio there, too, that might be going to that game. They're actually closer to Detroit than Cleveland.
Right.
Well, what do you think Fambo here is?
Somebody bless.
There's healthy respect between both franchises here. Browns fans, Lions fans. Yeah. Browns fans and Lions fans have a good amount of respect for each other. I think it's going to be close to 50-50.
Browns fans just always show up heavy in these polls, though, dog.
Yeah.
56-44. Somebody, the 188.
The Browns could be facing like doomsday, and they're like, actually, I think Joe Flacco could kick his ass.
They could be facing the Eagles, and it'll be.
Hey, dog, we almost beat the Eagles last year, though. That's the thing. Like, with this team, you never know. They can literally lose to anybody. They can beat anybody. It's just like they're truly just living the life of a team without a quarterback. It's just
okay. I want to deviate the show for a moment because something is trending on Twitter, and it's kind of funny. I think it is. Hold on. I'm gonna do him dirty. I know. This my guy.
Ooh,
good
haircut. He's saying that his barber did him dirty. Then he got the Steven.
Did his barber do him dirty, or is that what he got to work with? I need. Oh
my God!
He ain't got the face for it. He look like Harley Villanueva right now.
You gotta just get rid of it and start
Jr.?
over.
What's his name?
Hold on.
Holy.
That man went in there and said, "Let me get the Ravens defense. Give me that."
Anyway, I saw it. I laughed. I thought we can go.
He looks like a purposely, like when you create like that My Career character in 2K and you make him look purposely like fucked up. That's what he looks like. Like good.
Oh my God.
Poor guy.
That's the kind of hairline, Ace, to make you go into Instagram and start doing some more research about that man's background. Like, how did you?
Oh man. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
No hat. Like you can wear a hat.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could.
No hat was a choice. He could have put a headband on. He could have.
Nah. I don't trust that kid at all. You ain't got a do-rag?
Yeah, the school provides you all that for free.
The
hats and all that.
I don't know if the University of Texas is offering you do-rags, but you know.
No, the hats. I meant the hats.
Oh, yeah, the hats. Like, there's got to be something, dog.
A beanie, something.
Hey, would you ever go to media day like that?
No.
I would wear a fucking fedora. Okay, if it was dress code, they were like, you can't wear a ball cap. Give me one of those little driver caps, dog. Like I'm wearing
dress like a cab driver.
I would dress like one of my uncles. I don't care, dog. It's better than showing up like that.
Should I wear a do-rag on the next episode of AFC North Talk? No.
Quick here for Ray-Rax. Says Ace. I just like to point out the Packers are also rolling coming.
They were.
That's a
great point.
Oh man, I love. Okay, now sorry.
Who did the Lions play after this week? That's a. Are they on a bye?
Oh, you're trying to see if it's
Like a look ahead game.
Yeah, are we like sandwiching between like Kansas City and
Let's look
They
at
playing us.
Baltimore?
It's the Bengals.
It's the Bengals at Cincinnati.
We're
And
the
then
big
after
game.
that, they go to Kansas City.
KC.
Well, 3 AFC North games in a row. They're probably not winning all 3 of them.
I wouldn't say that. Yeah, that's.
So the Browns is to play. Is what you're
I don't
saying.
know.
And I think we're in perfect position to steal this one
The
now.
sandwich. I mean, I'm picking them straight up. Okay, so
Be the most surprising. We should be 3-1 team in the NFL.
you guys are what right now? 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
So it'd be 500, but still 500. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Steelers and Vikings in Dublin. I just saw a post. This the how the Vikings are traveling. Everybody has a PS5.
Making my ass wake up. I mean, I'll be up already, but
come on, 9:30
hate
ain't
that
bad.
shit. I hate having to start watching games at 9:30.
You bowl of cereal.
The Vikings doing that 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, because I'll be in London.
Oh, they're gonna whip our ass next week, aren't they?
Yeah, because they're gonna be acclimated to the
They're gonna be
change.
eating crumpets and shit, all used to it, and we're gonna get fucking murdered.
International games need to go away, man. They're the worst.
They're only expanding.
You know what? International games are fine. Just keep them in the NFC. You know, like don't make them my problem in the AFC. Like NFC games, sure, whatever.
It's just too much, bro. Like everybody's like, oh, what fans overseas can't enjoy games? Look, there's plenty of soccer fans here. I don't see Chelsea and Man U coming to Toledo. Like, fuck off. Point. I don't care. So stop going overseas.
Pivotal match.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not sending the finest of the Premier League to come play in, Las Vegas. So enough of that.
Just give them like a league over there. You know what I mean? Like
they had NFL Europe.
Yeah, like actually like try to make it a league. Don't try to like make it a developmental league or something like that.
Right.
Like just give them a league, give them some real football.
It's one thing if it's the same time zone.
The Jags on the schedule, you know.
If it's on the same side of the world, like Brazil, whatever. If it's continental North America, like Mexico, Canada, that's one thing because you're not traveling across an ocean and
playing Canada.
The Bills used to play in Canada for a little bit, so that's fine. But having to go to Ireland and Germany and Spain and eventually Australia, like, dude,
there's no way they're going into Australia.
They are. The Rams are hosting a game in Australia next year.
What?
Yeah.
That's a like 20-hour difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Good luck with that, boys.
when they go
Both teams are losing after that.
I mean, the only way that can work is if it is like that Friday, like the Eagles did in Brazil.
I don't know how they're doing it. That's
work. It just they need to stop doing it. Like the NBA doesn't even do it, and that's way more of an international game than NFL.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I never thought about that.
The NBA
they do like preseason games in like Paris and China.
That's fine.
Play real games.
That's the best compromise.
Outsource the preseason entirely to Europe, man.
That would be a genius plan. Have guys spend a month overseas in different countries and just play meaningless bullshit games. That's fine.
We got like Myles Garrett stationed in the Netherlands riding a bike to the facility.
Oh my god,
in Amsterdam. Okay, well, Jared, this game is positioned here. Aaron Rodgers against the Vikes, right? Not going to Minnesota, but playing against an old division foe.
He ain't been a division foe for like 5 years.
No, 3 years. 2 years in the Jets, and then this year.
Did he miss a year?
He missed one of those 2 years.
He was with the Packers in 2022.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, do you still got heat for the fucking Vikings? When did they ever do anything
for the Bears? Remember with the Bears in the offseason?
Yeah, Bears though, because Bears fans are annoying. Like, are Vikings fans like annoying?
I don't know.
I think Vikings fans are. I like Vikings fans. They seem to be generally all right.
Well, well-adjusted folk. I never get beef. I talk all kind of shit about all the Minnesota players. And
nice Minnesota folks. I mean, I will say this about Vikings fans: they went way too overboard with like the JJ McCarthy's a god stuff in the preseason. At least a few of like my Vikings media friends was like, "All right, bro, like we'll see," but.
That's everybody with their young quarterback.
I
right?
get it.
Like I'm seeing it happen with Cam Ward. Everybody's like, "Oh, he reminds me of Steve." I'm like, "All right, we'll see what happens." It's always the dream, right? And then like year 3 happens, and now you're like, "Are we living a nightmare, guys?"
Right.
My thing is, this is the perfect game for your boy.
Who's my boy?
Carson Wentz to
Could
throw a couple picks. This is why I cannot pick the Vikings.
Carson Wentz, in international waters.
Yeah. I mean, he's redheaded. Maybe he's Irish. Who knows? Maybe he's back home.
Definitely not Irish.
What makes you say that?
He definitely doesn't identify as Irish, I would say.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Maybe he's more.
Catholic.
He's what?
He's not Irish Catholic. No.
Oh yeah, probably not. No. He's more,
probably. He's definitely not Catholic.
He's certainly more of the Christian denomination. Yeah.
No,
what form of Christian do we think he is? Do we think Baptist?
No, we don't have to guess. We know he's an evangelical Christian. He said it before.
Okay.
Oh, is he? Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, with that said, this is the perfect game for him to throw like 2 picks, and then the Steelers defense here are gonna be like, oh my god, we are back on the turnover machine. But anyway, Jerry, I know he's your boy. What do you think is gonna happen in this game?
I would love to pick the Steelers to win. You know, I'm starting to realize why Steelers fans are tired of me when it comes to this show. I never pick these fuckers to win. I can kind of guess, but I'm like, God damn, pick them to win every once in a while.
You picked them against the Jets?
I picked them against the Jets and they won. I picked them against Seattle, they lost. I picked New England last week and the Steelers won. So, you know, it's just kind of...
You're all over the place.
It's just, yeah.
You know what, Jared? Pick a tie.
Maybe. The thing that will determine the game, though, is third down on both sides of the ball. The Steelers enter this week. They are allowing the second most yards on third down in the NFL, specifically on third and long. They have just not been good. They're averaging 10.7 yards per play given up on third down and long. So less than good when it comes to that. On the flip side of that, their first down offense is one of the worst in the NFL. They are averaging the 4th fewest yards per play on first down, which puts them behind the sticks. Arthur Smith's offense, we know he wants to get ahead of the sticks, set up second and short to be able to do more play action stuff. But they usually get off to slow starts on first down, which doesn't help. And that comes back to, you know, the predictability of the offense and whatnot. But when you look at the Vikings defense, they have the 3rd best EPA per play on third and long. The Steelers seem to be in third and long more than you'd like to be offensively. So that's going to be the matchup, is can the Steelers get off the field on third and long, and can their offense avoid third and long to be able to keep the chains moving and stay ahead of the Vikings defense. So Brian Flores is going to throw a bunch of just exotic stuff at the Steelers. I can't remember who, but I need to start like bookmarking these things to give people proper credit when it comes to this. Might have been Tej Seth, but don't quote me on that. Some of the disguises that Brian Flores was putting out against the Bengals, where it looked like it was going to be cover 2. Okay, maybe it's cover 1, and then it goes into like a cover 3, and it's like, God almighty, dude, you're throwing that at Jake Browning. That poor bastard. What did he do to deserve that? So the intricacies of the Vikings defense is going to be like, talent-wise, the Steelers have better players. Schematically, the Vikings are just a far better unit. They're more sound. They're more disciplined. They have better communication. And it just pisses me off even more that they had Brian Flores on their coaching staff and just didn't promote him and move on from Terrell Austin. I talked about that on Believe in Steelers today. I was just going on a rant about it. But I think that's going to end up being the difference in this, is that I think the Vikings defense is going to perform just a little bit better. I think they're more sound, and that's what's going to end up being the difference. I don't think it's going to be a blowout one way or the other. I think it's going to be a relatively low scoring game. I think they win like 21-17, somewhere in the realm of that. But I need to see more from the Steelers offense. We saw what it could look like in week 1 against a good Jets defense. Over the last 2 weeks, it feels like Mike Tomlin's fingerprints are a little bit too on the offense. I would like to see Arthur Smith open up things a little bit more play action wise. Week 1 on play action, Aaron threw 3 touchdowns. Like, get back to being a little bit more of a balanced attack, taking advantage of play action and seeing if you can get one by a really good Vikings defense. So that's what it'll come down to me. Third down on both sides of the ball, and which defense is more sound. I'm betting that it's going to be the Vikings, just because the Steelers defense hasn't been all that sound so far. I would love to be wrong, because if they can go into the bye week 3-1, they come off that and they play Cleveland at home. It's a game that they usually win. They could get to 4-1. The week 6 game against the Bengals is on Thursday night, I believe, or is it the second one that's on Thursday night, Ace? I'm blanking.
For which one?
Steelers and Bengals. Is it the first matchup that's on Thursday night, or is it the second one?
I'm not sure. It's a while before we play each other.
Okay, so
it's October 16. Right?
Yeah, so that one's the Thursday night game. The Steelers suck on Thursday night. So if they can be 4-1 after the Browns game, I know I'm looking a little bit far ahead, I would feel pretty good about it. But there's a large difference between being 3-1 and being 2-2. If they can be 3-1 going into the bye, get a little bit healthier, and then come off to play Cleveland and potentially get to 4-1, I'd feel great. But they're going to have to do a lot of stuff to beat a really good Brian Flores defense. I really love to see it, but I need to see it to believe it.
So you're picking the Vikes.
Yeah, I'm picking the Vikings. Wentz. Yeah.
Your love for Carson Wentz cannot overcome your love for
I know, right?
It's not my love for Carson Wentz. It's my love. Kevin O'Connell right now is legitimately like, I think pound for pound, like as we speak in week 3, he's the best head coach in the NFL right now. Like Andy Reid's a better all-time coach and whatnot. But right now, I think Kevin O'Connell is the best head coach in football. And offensively, what he can do as a play caller, but also as a motivator. Like we see clips every week of him on the headset. And this past week, they let a scoring drive. The Vikings got the ball back for the offense, and he's just on the headset to Carson, be like, "Hey, 6 plays last time, and it looked easy because you made it look easy." Like he's so good at motivating guys, and that combination of motivation, but also one of the best modern minds when it comes to offensive play calling and play design. Like he's a perfect head coach, man. And so I think that combined with they get Jordan Addison back, they have Justin Jefferson, obviously, good tight end, and TJ Hockenson. Like I just. That's a lot for the Steelers to overcome, and I think that the Vikings are just the better coach team. Offensively, they have more weapons. Defensively, they're more sound. I would be surprised if the Steelers win, but I would be very pleasantly surprised.
Jared be looking at the Vikings like that should be me, dog.
And, dude, I literally said that today. I on Believe in Steelers, like I would kill to have a coach like Kevin O'Connell. I would kill for it, and hopefully one day they have one.
Q.
Yeah, so I think there are 2 ships going in different directions this week in this Steelers-Vikings game. The Vikings scored how many points last week, Ace?
48.
Man, 48 points. Okay. So offensively, they got
14 wasn't on defense, correct, Ace? 14 out of
14. Yeah.
Fair enough. 14 at the 48 weren't on the defense. Now, I'm not making a point to make fun of the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm just saying they scored 48 points last week. Yeah. And they are a team starting Carson Wentz, which, like, hey, look, I believe Kevin O'Connell's really good too, but that ain't gonna happen every week. So, like, I think their point total is gonna go down. I also think the Steelers' defense is on its way up a little bit. I think they've been playing better and better. They're getting Deron Harmon. I keep calling him Deron Harmon, Derek Harmon back, and he's gonna presumably play closer to a full games of snaps.
Would hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was incredibly effective in just a short time he was out there. And we all know how good defensive tackle play can really just change things for your defensive line and how your defensive line can just change things for your defense entirely. So I think Pittsburgh's going to look a lot more like Pittsburgh this week. The question is, like, how much of that stuff does is it Brian Flores still there in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Dude, how? Okay, if they had a real quarterback in Minnesota, they'd be an actual threat. My goodness. But how much of that Brian Flores disguised the defense stuff is actually going to work on Aaron Rodgers?
That's a good point. That's
a big question to ask. Like, this is a veteran Steelers offense and Steelers quarterback here. He's the most veteran in the NFL, right? Like he's the oldest quarterback in the league.
Yep.
So, there is a real question of that. And he has a history of, like, okay, yeah, you could try to disguise stuff, but that's literally one of Aaron Rodgers' superpowers is that he is super smart. And that's one of those skills that don't really go that fast with age. So I think Aaron's going to probably do well, right? Like, my thing with blitz and veteran quarterbacks is that if they're really good at that kind of stuff, they can beat the blitz very often. Like Brady was never bad against the blitz. He was just bad against defensive lines and can get pressure with 4, which most quarterbacks are. That aren't mobile. So, yeah, I think the offense for Pittsburgh is going to look good this week. I think the defense is going to look solid. I think Pittsburgh's going to win this one pretty comfortably, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not the biggest believer in Carson Wentz. That's been established. I think that they're going to have a down week after just putting belt to ass on the Cincinnati Bengals. And if I'm playing the vibes out right and the Browns beat the Lions this week and then they lose next week, then it's like it makes sense for Minnesota to lose this game as well. If I'm thinking about it long term, if I'm booking this right. But in all seriousness, I just think this is going to be a bounce back week for the Steelers defense. I think they're going to perform at a much higher level. I think TJ Watt's probably going to have a pretty good game now that there's that interior help. He's always been really good when that interior help's there. Maybe you get a really good Cam Hayward game paired with Harmon being back in the lineup. Herbig, right? They got a lot of edge rushers they could throw at you. Maybe you get the good Pat Queen game this week, right? Is he healthy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's playing. He's playing.
Queen game.
He's been playing for a while.
He's been dealing with an oblique, but it's like nothing that's kept him out of games. He's fine.
Also, never bet against the idea of the Pittsburgh Steelers getting turnovers on Carson Wentz. That's just a healthy.
That was my point.
That's just a healthy idea there. Carson Wentz, very careless with the football at times. Pittsburgh, very fortunate with getting the football at times. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a game where Pittsburgh wins pretty comfortably. Probably a good Jalen Warren game too. Like you think they do that? They used to do it a lot where they would run them on these like delayed handoffs, but that was like in 23.
Should I start him in my fantasy? Is what you're saying, Q?
I don't know, man. Don't take my fantasy advice. I have Jamar Chase and Derrick Henry on my team right now, and I still suck. So,
there is certainly a world where like the Steelers win this game. I'm not looking at it as like an impossibility.
There's a world? You're saying like it's very rare, and I think it's
I'm
probable.
legitimately not trying to be that guy. You know, I think I just go into every game.
+2.5. So
yeah. The Steelers are underdogs in this game.
Yeah, the Steelers are not favored in this game.
Really? Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers for sure. They're underdogs in this game.
Yeah,
2.5.
You get 2.5 points. Get them in money line. That's what I would say.
I mean,
look, I'm sure that there's a lot of.
This is an old football team, so maybe, but no.
I'm sure there's a lot of Steelers fans watching this that can at least relate to what I go through every week, where I go into just about every game being like, all right, there's always a way they can mess this up. And it's because of the style that they play, where it's just always close. It's very rare that they have a belt to ass game. I would love nothing more than to have constant belt to ass games and be.
By the way, Browns fans, just so you know, you heard Jared say that about being a Steelers fan. It will never go away. Okay, the feeling in the back of your head that we might mess this up.
Yeah,
right. No matter how much your team win, you always gonna feel that. Right. So just make your peace with it. Everybody feels that, unless they feel like they got the greatest quarterback on earth.
Yeah. So like, believe me, like I've loved this team my entire life, but what comes with that, especially in the last few years, is knowing, all right, there's going to be something that happens where like they should probably win more games than they do. But at the same time, it balances out because they win a few games that they absolutely shouldn't win. So it's just constant stress. It's probably going to form a tumor in my body at one point in my life. But again, they can certainly win this game. It's not an impossibility. I think it's going to be close either way, because that's the way most Steelers games go, is that it's going to be incredibly close.
Okay.
But you know what? Fair enough on the Carson Wentz point. There's certainly a world where he just has 2 soul-crushing interceptions where he just throws it like it's intended for Jalen Ramsey. I'm like, all right. Yeah, well, we take those.
Ace.
Yeah, for me, I'm taking the Vikings in this one too. I think when you talk about the defense, as Jared pointed out, you're talking about the Flores defense that's really been good this season. 9th in points per game, 6th in yards per game, 8th in passing yards per game, number 1 in EPA per play, number 1 in EPA per pass, sacks per game, they're number 2, interceptions, they're number 11, fumbles, they're number 1, third down efficiency, they're 5th in the league, fourth down efficiency, they're 1st. They're just really efficient when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. The thing about the offense that everybody's sleeping on, which I slept on as well, is I was concentrated about Carson Wentz. Jordan Mason is really good at the running back.
He ran well.
Over 100 yards last week, yeah.
He is a guy that I think could possibly hurt the Steelers' defense. The Steelers' defense, they got the interceptions and turnovers last week. This was both 2 teams that both got 5 turnovers. The difference was one team, it was over at halftime. The other team, it was still a 1-score game. So for the Steelers to have the 5 turnovers, the big thing that a lot of people, and I think Jared touched on it, was that they still played a bend but don't break kind of style, and they were bailed out by Drake May with those turnovers that he had.
It wasn't even Drake May. It was the running backs. It was
running backs.
He threw one in the end zone.
In the red zone.
That's all fair and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's a good point you make, Ace. Is like they had 3 turnovers at one point, back to back to back, and they only netted a yard off of it. Like,
yeah. And for me, it's just I don't know. I still don't know about the Steelers' defense. This week is going to be telling for sure, especially against the Vikings. But I just think the Vikings, from a run game perspective, from a Kevin O'Connell perspective, like you're saying, he's not going to put Carson Wentz in situations where I think that they're going to take huge risks with Carson Wentz. They're going to get screens to Jettas. They're going to do certain things like that. They're going to run the ball a lot. And the thing for me is I just don't know what to make out of this Pittsburgh Steelers offense as well. Like Aaron Rodgers, as it stands right now, believe it or not, this was crazy to me when I saw it. He has a lower QBR than Jake Browning, which is insane.
Aaron
Like
Rodgers
he's one over Trevor Lawrence. He's one under Geno Smith. He's currently ranked 22nd as it stands right now.
I'm starting to have doubts about QBR then.
Yeah, the
Jake
ESPN
Browning
QBR,
can play catch with the opponent.
I don't
understand. QBR.
I do not understand it.
But they change the formula every season. So it's like hard to track it year to year.
Yeah.
And then
they got to go back in and figure out how they can keep Lamar number one throughout the year. I get it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not sure. It's like what they do is they work backwards. They're like, well, who are the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL? How do we work this so that it's telling you that those are the 5 best quarterbacks? Because every year, like a Ryan Tannehill cracks the top 5, all of a sudden QBR scores just shoot down to shit, and you're like, oh, they just changed the whole algorithm again.
So I don't know if a lot of it has to do with passing yards, because I know Aaron Rodgers only had 139 last week. They gave him 42.9. The week before that, they gave him 38.9. First week, they gave him 57.7. I just think against a defense like Flores and against a guy like Flores that used to coach with the Steelers, like he knows how that coaching staff thinks, I think the advantage is just with the Vikings this week. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Vikings are going to win this one.
I'm looking at a DVOA right now just so I can see where Aaron ranks in that, just to see what the numbers look like. So he's 20th in QB DVOA. Jake Browning in QB DVOA is 31st. So shout out to Aaron Schatz for that.
Rick, so we have a couple of super chats here.
Could also be a more mainstream stat. I'm going to throw that one out there.
Yeah, that's fine. I can agree with that.
AI. I love that comment.
I know it's a while off, but what's gonna happen to Cam Ward when he plays in Cleveland?
I wasn't laughing at the super chat. I just saw the QBR is AI.
It's AI. Yeah.
Sorry, Rex Fortune. Let's keep sorry.
For Cam Ward when he plays Cleveland. The thing that's like, here's the problem. I think Aaron Rodgers should be more concerned than like Cam Ward, right? Because like the way that they're gonna get to Cam Ward is gonna be Cam Ward's fault. Because Cam Ward holds onto the ball, he dances around back there. You know, he might catch a Miles, right? Like a full speed Miles or a Schlesinger like Jordan Love did, right? And he's not very experienced, so he's going to make some bad decisions. But yeah, I'm wondering like how Aaron Rodgers. Everything tells me the Browns should actually be able to win that game in Pittsburgh in Week 6.
That's going to be the ugliest. It's going to be a horrible.
Because like the offensive line is struggling. The Browns' defensive line is really good. Aaron Rodgers is getting sacked a ton. Like the run defense for Pittsburgh hasn't been great, right? Like the Browns, one thing they got going is Quinshawn. Everything tells me that Week 6, the Browns. Is that Week 6? Yeah, Week 6.
Yeah.
Week 6, the Browns have a chance to finally win that game in Pittsburgh. You're just never going to convince me with like facts and reasoning that the Browns are going to win that game in the regular season until they do.
The game in Cleveland, though, they seem to win a lot.
Like the Cleveland game, I got no problem. You know, like, but the Pittsburgh game in Pittsburgh, I've just seen so much weird shit happen in that game, man.
So the 188 here spoiling another of the polls. Poll has 57% of the Browns, but 70% for the Vikings. The delusion is strong in this podcast audience. By the way, we were here 50-50. Me and Q pick the Steelers, right? Yeah,
I don't think it's delusion, man. I just don't think people like the Steelers.
Yeah, that might just be what it is.
Okay, and then we get Ben Riley says every gamer understands the concept of a wake-up call boss. Wake-up call boss. Okay.
It's like a mini boss, like an old shit boss. I don't play in a video game.
Yeah, I don't play in a video game.
That makes you sit up in your chair and like actually take the game seriously.
The Vikings were that for us last week. Locked in.
Yeah, so are the playoffs.
Hey.
The way you guys talk to me about Carson Wentz reminds me of like my favorite scene from Django. Yeah, I'm going somewhere with this, I promise.
Hold on, time out.
It makes
we talk about Carson Wentz reminds you of the Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah. But just this one scene that makes me laugh very much every time. It's the part where it's getting explained to I think it's Calvin Candy or somebody else that Jamie Foxx's character is a free man. And the female slave is like, oh, so I should treat them like white folks? And he's like, no, that's not what I said. Every time I talk about like liking Carson Wentz, it was like, oh, so you think Carson Wentz is great? No, that's not what I said.
Come on. Internally, that's what you say.
He used to be.
Spiritually, it's what you feel, though, right?
The idea of Carson Wentz is great.
Yeah. You kind of want it to happen.
He sure does.
Tam here says, Ace, what's your shirt saying?
Cincy born and raised.
There you go. And Rex Fortune says, Q, do you think Goff will be making the boo-boo face in the D-line continues? If the D-line continues business as usual.
Yeah. The reason I forget Ace is from Cincinnati is because he's so Florida coded now. But
you're from Cincinnati?
Yeah, I'm from Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Yeah, born and raised.
Hence the hoodie. All right.
But what was the question again?
They were saying the D line, something about the Browns D line.
See, Jared Goff has resting boo boo face though.
That's true.
Like he always has the boo boo face on. Like,
him and Eli Manning always had that where they just look
always
like
confused. Oh man, I threw an interception. Coach is gonna be mad.
They just look like they're always going always got the mouth. They always have their mouth open for whatever reason. Like I've never seen Jared Goff like when they show him like when he's on the field, he's always got his mouth open on his helmet. It's like, all right.
Yeah, and it's funny too with Eli because he looks just like his brother, but it's just like that slight difference just changes everything you feel about Eli when you look at him.
I think that we should find a way to crowdfund a live-action Beavis and Butthead starring Eli and Peyton Manning.
That'd be fun.
I would watch the hell out of that.
That'd be fun.
Ray Rack here says, if there's one thing Browns, Ravens, and Bengals fans can agree on is we hate the Steelers.
I guess so.
Sure. I don't hate them as much anymore. I think I hated them more.
You know
Big
what?
Ben.
It feels kind of like, it's like...
Yeah, you know how much it sucks?
The hate is going down.
Like Ben's running around there, then Antonio Brown gets loose anymore. It's not the same, you know. It's like the Mike Tomlin on the sidelines. Like the aura is just like, we could beat him. Yeah. You know, like when it felt unbeatable, Mike Tomlin with those stunner shades on, he had an actual hairline. Like it was like, man, like I'm jealous of this. I want this, and then they're just beating you. Now it's just like. Yeah, they're like 2 steps away from being us.
The William Gay excessive celebration on the sideline. They just don't have that.
They don't have the same swagger too. Like they don't get on your nerves anymore with the emotes. It's just like
what made it worse, Jared, is I was living in Tallahassee at the time. Will Gay is from Tallahassee. Ran into him that offseason. Him and Antoine Blake, of all people, ended up getting like a section at some random like Tallahassee party. I was like, this guy right here.
Antoine Blake was the definition of dude who looked great on the field and just wasn't good. He had such a great aesthetic, but he just wasn't
I loved
good.
When AJ Green made him kiss the earth in that picture.
Yeah, he's not great. I do miss
really
being
no good villain in the AFC North anymore, and I think that's the problem. Like even Baltimore, they're not a good villain if I'm being honest with you, right? Like
their fans are. Their fans are.
Yeah.
But then they got that accent down there in Baltimore. It's hard to take them serious. Like, bro, we about to beat your ass, bro. Like, all right, Baltimore. Like, like you ever hear of Baltimore Spaces? It's hilarious.
There's nothing funnier.
Trippy this week talking trash about Marlon that went viral. I know you saw that, Sonny.
Well, Marlon got in so much heat with the fans.
As he should have.
So much, but I told you this because him and Van Noy put the podcast.
Like Roquan Smith, if he was actually as good as the internet says Roquan Smith was, he would be a good villain because he would actually be annoying to play against. But like once every 20 games, he gives you a good performance, and it's like, you don't really need to fear Roquan. Like it's just not the same. We need a villain. We need a villain to emerge, in the AFC North. in order for it to be fun again. And Pittsburgh's not giving us it. Joe Burrow's hurt all the time. He can't be a villain. He's likable too.
After the Steelers beat the Jets in the AFC title game to go to Super Bowl 45, I think Ben's playoff record at that time was like 9-1. It was peak. And if Rashard Mendenhall doesn't fumble, he's got 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, this is a fucking annoying team. They won that one Super Bowl against no, they didn't. No, the one they won against like Larry Fitzgerald. Everybody was rooting for Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald to get the ring. And fucking Warner. Muscle hamster built for no reason. James Harrison runs that bitch 99. And then we never stop hearing about him ever again after that moment. Oh, just the best villain those Steelers teams.
I'm just kidding, by the way. I like Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner's awesome. But yeah, no, for that one particular game, I don't give a shit. Fuck Kurt Warner.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
This isn't a Disney movie, bro. Go home. Go. You got kids.
Yeah, like all the injuries. They hurt Josh Cribbs. They hurt Colt McCoy intentionally. Like they were a real villain back in the day. And now they're just like, there's the Steelers, you know?
Yeah, back before the NFL went woke. If you kept finding James Harrison for hits.
Woke and started Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Yeah.
This is so bad. I would love nothing more than to ask Aaron Rodgers what he thinks about Tylenol.
Oh my God. No. All right, let's move on.
Yes, let's move on. I see a player
from the Pittsburgh Gazette.
He gives us $10 for New Zealand. Much love from New Zealand.
Thank you.
Usos? Is that how you pronounce that?
I didn't say anything about that Australia game, by the way.
I think they should play every game in New Zealand, actually.
Yes.
Why are we neglecting people like that?
Exactly.
Isn't Jay White from New Zealand?
A lot of wrestlers are from like New Zealand and Australia now.
Yeah.
Like
how close is New Zealand to Australia? They got to be pretty close, right?
Australia is a crazy place. Have you guys seen that viral like kangaroo jumping on water video?
Yeah,
that was insane.
Australia.
Insane. He's just jumping on water, like in the ocean, bro. Like in the ocean.
From New Zealand,
not like near the shore.
No, Osprey is English. Yeah, he's from England. But yeah, there's a lot of Aussies that wrestle.
Anyway, shout out to you, my man. Okay, so
what the fuck did they get an independent wrestling scene over there?
I don't know.
Ace, Bengals, Broncos, Bo Nix, Brownie.
Not an AFC North fan.
Monday night. I was gonna say all 4 games are in different time zones this week because the Browns play at 1, the Steelers play at 9:30, the Ravens play at 4, whatever, and then Ace and the Browns play out Monday night. Doubleheader Monday night too.
AFC North team plays on Monday. It's like Sunday's over. My job's not done yet. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
We got to kill this Monday night doubleheader thing too, man.
I got to hold out to watch Jake Browning play fucking Bo Nix.
Before we got to watch Bo Nix overthrow people for 3 hours. Great.
Okay, Ace, what is your thoughts on this game? Do you think the Bengals pull this game off?
Going into this game, I mean, the Broncos should be favored. Bengals are coming off of a game where they just lost 48-10. So, I mean, they shouldn't be favored in this game. When it comes down to it, the Broncos defense is a very good unit. Statistically, though, it hasn't looked that way. Outside of EPA per play, they are 11th. EPA per pass, they're 12th. EPA per run, which Bengals suck at anyway, they're 8th. The thing that this game is going to be very interesting about is Bo Nix. I kind of talked about like some of the surprises from a QBR perspective. Bo Nix, I believe, is 24th right now. If you want to take EPA per play, which is another metric, he's the worst in the NFL at the quarterback position, which is kind of surprising.
Broncos fans have loved that, by the way.
So the only path I think the Bengals could take to win this game would be a Bo Nix meltdown game. And Jake Browning cannot turn the ball over. That's been the thing with what Jake Browning has done. He's leading the NFL in picks right now. He had 70% completions in a blowout game. Like I'm not going to look at that 70% and think that it's actually something that's going to carry over.
In that 70%?
I don't think so. I don't think they are, because his whole speech this week was, I just need those incompletions to not be interceptions. Yeah, I don't need them to be interceptions either. But I think as this stands right now, I can't believe that
quarters.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't believe right now that the Broncos are 1-2 as it stands right now. I think that they're a team that's hungry, that's trying to get back into that AFC West matchup. And I just have a hard time seeing Jake Browning and Zach Taylor pulling this out based off of what I've seen from this duo thus far. If they turn the ball over against a Denver Broncos team, which they very well could do with a really good defensive line, you talk about Nick Bonito over there, that's going to be a tall order for them to do. So until I see this team do something different, see Jake Browning return to that 2023 form, I haven't seen that thus far. I got to go with the Broncos in this one. And the only way that I see a path is, like I said, a Bo Nix meltdown game. And, Jake Browning doesn't turn the ball over and do Jake Browning things like he's done the past week. So I've got the Broncos in this one. Until the Bengals show me something, I cannot pick them in this game.
I actually don't disagree because I was thinking, I went with the Bengals last week, and now I have no faith in Brownie. Like I went from well, this guy, the time that he played, he was decent, to the Broncos are a legit defense. Now the offense, skeptical, but problem is, what on your defense, Ace? If I tell you what is the worst part of your defense?
Of my defense?
Yeah. Would it be the pass or the running game or the rushing defense? Passing defense.
Defense hasn't played that bad, honestly.
I know. I agree. It hasn't been, but I
would probably say the run defense, just based off of the fact Jordan Mason ate us up last week.
That's what I was gonna say. The rushing. I actually agree that the defense hasn't played as bad as we thought, because we all were saying, they're gonna be so bad, so trash, blah blah blah. The passing defense, not as bad as we thought, but still not great. I think the rushing defense is where there's more issues. J.K. Dobbins having a solid season over there for the Broncos. And also that J.K. Dobbins is pretty good out of the backfield on the passing game. I think the Broncos play it on offense conservatively because I think the defense is just going to speak for itself. I think the pressure that Brownie's going to be under. And these corners are really good too with Surtain and all that. The line is 7.5. I don't even know if I can give 7.5 to the Bengals. I don't know. I think it's gonna be not a pretty game offensively for neither team, but I think defensively the Broncos defense is gonna just. I think, like I said, I think Sean Payton's gonna make the Broncos play a little bit more conservative and let this defense win the game. I think they win by 10, Denver. So I had them, and then Mile High Stadium is not easy to play too, right? On a Monday night, not an easy stadium, one of the hardest stadiums to play. So I have Broncos.
Jake Browning, apparently, funny stat, Jake Browning is undefeated on Monday Night Football. That was the crazy stat I heard this week.
How many Monday night games has he played?
I don't know. Or two? Probably like one or two. Probably more than likely.
Is that like the Browns are undefeated against Big Ben in the playoffs stat?
I think so.
Technically true. Yeah, my question here is are the Bengals able to? I mean, not the Bengals. Are the Broncos able to effectively neutralize
1-0? By the way,
the Bengals wide receivers, right? I think this is actually going to be a good week for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Not because I think that it's going to be easy, but I think they're going to be really up for the challenge this week, right? Pat Surtain, Jamar Chase always kind of wants to play up to that kind of stuff. He hasn't had his last big game was that 165 against Jacksonville. Really didn't feel like one of those classic Jamar Chase ones. I feel like, for the love of God, for my fantasy team, he's got to be due. So I'm going to go with the Bengals this week. I'm just not a big believer in the Denver Broncos. Never been a big believer in Bo Nix. And I believe those chickens have to come home to roost soon. I also think the Bengals aren't as bad as maybe last week made it seem like they are. Their defensive line, I think, is young, but it can create some problems there. Bo Nix, if you keep him out of a perfect situation, he's pretty mediocre at quarterback. Mm-hmm. If you get him in 3rd and long, the numbers aren't very good for him in those situations. The EPA numbers are pretty bad for him as well. And the EPA on 3rd and long is been bad for him for a long time. But, so The question is like, are they going to get that weird J.K. Dobbins like hot run? Like he's been good lately. I don't know why he has no knees left, but he's been good.
Literally no knees.
But I think this is going to be a week where Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they're going to want to step up to the challenge, help their young quarterback, and they're just basically going to go up to him and say, "Hey, man, just give me the ball this week." And I think that we're going to get a signature Jamar Chase. Bengal fans are going to be really annoying about it, like on Twitter game. But I think he probably puts up I think he puts up at least 120 this week.
120,
so,
damn.
Yeah, I think he's going to cook this week. I think he's going.
He's capable.
I think Jamar's going to take the responsibility of the offense onto him after what he got like 2 targets last week or something crazy low like that. In the second half of that game, I think this is a week where you overcorrect and you say, "Hey, we're gonna put this offense on Jamar Chase's back, no matter what they're trying to do to him, and trust that our freak show can beat their freak show." So, that's where I'm leaning towards it. I think since he has a bounce back performance here, I think Denver, the record's not impressive, but they've been in every game they played in this season, I believe. So I think they're due a bounce down. And yeah, I got the Bengals here. I got Jake Browning. He can't throw more interceptions, right? Like he has to be tapped out for a couple.
Is this a challenge?
There's no way, man. Like he's thrown 5 interceptions. He's been in the game for 6 quarters. Like it's crazy. Like he's thrown more interceptions than Joe Flacco. And it's like Joe's played 3 full games. So like he's not gonna start the year with like 10 interceptions. That's just not happening, right? Nobody throws that many. Even Jameis Winston cuts it down on the interceptions after a while. So yeah, I think Jake probably puts up like 2-3 touchdowns, maybe no interceptions, maybe a fumble. Maybe he gets you a turnover that doesn't pop up in the main stat sheet.
Jake Browning plays like somebody who hit their head and thought they were Josh Allen.
But sometimes that works out. It's like what Jameis Winston plays like he thinks he's Tom Brady.
I was gonna say, he's like, yeah, I can fit it in that window. Ah, shit, no, I can't. All right. Well.
It's like, no, I can anticipate it. I can see it coming. I got that same supercomputer.
Directly to Andrew Wingard, actually. Damn it.
You out there running that dual core.
What do you think is going to happen, Jarrett?
I mean, I would love if Cincinnati won this game just because I hate the Broncos that much.
I don't get
Jared hates the Broncos, bro.
Tim Tebow.
No, not even Tim Tebow. Yeah, no.
They're fans.
They're fans. Oh my God. Broncos fans suck. Oh, they're so annoying.
How do you interact with so many Broncos fans?
Well, because I predicted ahead of the year. I was like, yeah, Bo Nix isn't going to be good. And
you've been on that shit list.
You had beef with them last year though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. That was the point. Is that I said that they're not going to be good, and then Schrager said that they were going to make the playoffs. And I was like, bro, if they make the playoffs, I'll get GMFB tattooed on me. And goddamn it, they made the playoffs. So now I've got a GMFB tattoo on my thigh because I lost a bet to Broncos fans.
No, are you serious?
Yeah. Do you want me to show you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, it's not like in a bad spot. Like it's above my knee. I can show you right now if you want.
I don't need to know.
It's okay.
I just you got Good Morning Football.
Yeah, because I lost the bet to Schrager.
What show when you went to go get some ink? Was that what you were getting tatted? Was it that, or was it an actual other tattoo that you had?
Here, it's on my phone right here. Oh, can we see that? There it is.
Oh my God!
I see.
Fucking Bo Nix made to get that tattoo.
Yeah.
He's never good again, too. Like it's just that one.
Oh, so you were mad when the Chiefs did that whole? Oh, we're gonna throw our third string out there.
So you hate the Chiefs too?
I mean the Chiefs for different reasons.
You gotta hate the Chiefs because they blew both those games, didn't they? Didn't they like miss like 3 field goals?
They beat him the first time.
Okay.
And the second time they just threw Carson Wentz out there. Like, what the hell?
Carson Wentz came out there in the newsboy cap and you knew he was
right. So yeah, I'm very happy that the Broncos are 1-2. I'll be very happy if they're 1-3. And
so is that what you're predicting?
No, I think they're gonna win, but I would really love if they didn't. I would love if Jake Browning
I thought you were leading all of this to say they were gonna
it's like one of those Stephen A things on First Take, where he's like the arbitration, the vouchation. He's just using big words that aren't real. He's like, I must digress.
The thing is like if let's say A says something crazy in the media, right? and then I come on the screen. Ace, let me tell you something, man. I got nothing but respect for you. You are big bro to me. Everything. Yeah. You are one of the greatest of all time. But I gotta tell you, you played like hot ass on Sunday. Trash. Like,
but I must die.
The build up, and then you just tear it down piece by piece.
Jerry, that's your boy. That's the Steelers fan over there.
Oh yeah, he is fellow Steelers fan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't have any like personal beef with Stephen A. I'm just tired of him being on every damn show.
Steelers fans just have the worst. Steelers just have the worst celebrity fans.
Same thing with Snoop Dogg. I can't stand Snoop Dogg. He can fuck off forever. Oh god.
Snoop Dogg be out here embodying the most casual opinions.
I'm over the following celebrities, by the way. Stop putting Snoop Dogg in every goddamn commercial. Kevin Hart can fuck off for a while too. Every time I turn on the TV, Kevin Hart. I don't find him all that funny anymore.
Not even recording commercials anymore. It's just him and LeBron sitting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now he's in the Verizon commercial now too. It's like, all right, dude. Like, do you need money? Like, you're a billionaire. Just go chill with your kids.
Who was the dude who said, like, man, I wish when I miss when commercials were for watch celebrities?
Yes, like, I don't remember who said that, but that's yes.
Like, yeah, we're like, if somebody was washed, you haven't seen them in a while, you're like, oh man.
Put Michael Cera in some commercials. I'm like, oh, Michael Cera.
He was all over the place in 2010.
Shabuzi?
I'm tired of seeing Shabuzi, bro. I cannot see Shabuzi.
I'm over Shabuzi too. Yeah.
Who's the fucking Meatloaf? I can't look at Meatloaf anymore. The guy with the face tattoo, the country music guy.
Shabuzi doesn't have
Jelly Roll.
He's got one song, bro. He's got one song and it's got all of these deals, bro.
Bro said Meatloaf.
Yeah, Shabuzi's kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like country.
Right.
I mean, I like Shabuzi. I just hate the one song that went viral. That song sucks. He's got like 8 songs that are better that
I didn't even know he had more songs.
No, Shabuzi's actually got some good songs. It's just the one that they always play sucks.
Yeah. Every time I see Jelly Roll, he's like, he's going to be on an episode of 911.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, that's another good one.
I just saw him wrestle Jake Paul last week. Like,
yeah. Enough of Jelly Roll. I agree with that.
And then he hosted Thursday Night Football. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Does he make music? Does he rap? Like, what does he do? I don't know.
I agree. But there's a lot of celebrities that I'm just like, all right, I don't need to see any of these people.
We have had a versatile celebrity era over the last 20 years, and I'm gonna just need y'all to just do what y'all do. You know, like, I don't need Denzel out here making sports picks, right? Like, I just need y'all to act or do whatever got you famous and just keep it at that. Let's just one-lane it.
That Dave Chappelle joke that he had about, like, he was joking about this. He was like, after 9/11, they had Ja Rule. Come on. And they're like, we're going out of Ja Rule. I don't give a fuck what Ja Rule thinks. I'm terrified.
Think I'm at the crib watching 9/11.
Now, I'm going to say this. I don't know how you guys feel, but Pat McAfee on College Game Day, and I'm not even.
McAfee's another good one where I'm just like, I don't hate him or anything. It's just I very much oversaturated.
But I just want him for College Game Day. I don't even watch his podcast, to be honest. But in College Game Day,
like,
he's fire.
Whatever happened to, like, just letting somebody do one thing good? You know, like, look, Lee Corso retired recently. That motherfucker did one thing.
Yes.
And it was great for 20. He didn't even add to the chemistry of the show in general. He just put a hat on at the end of the show. It capped it off, and we were good with that. Yeah. We didn't need the Lee Corso watch along. We didn't need the Lee Corso DraftKings hour. We didn't need Lee Corso standing on the table yeeting during fucking Raw. We didn't need any of that. We just got the one thing. Whatever just happens to the one thing good. You know what I mean? Stephen A. out here doing all kind of other shit.
Yeah, I'm tired of Stephen A.
Come on, Stephen A. Just give me some hot takes about sports and then get mad at the Lakers and then rant about the Knicks every year and boom, that's all we need. Just back to the basics. We've let celebrities do too much. So rein it in. The influencer era has to die. Everybody just be good at what you're good at. What you got famous for, do that. You know what I mean? I don't need a guy famous for TikTok dances fucking learning how to wrestle. I'm good. Okay. I'm good. Like, I'm over it.
What was the fan vote for this game, Ace?
The fan vote for the Bengals game?
Bengals game.
It's probably 60-40 Broncos.
72-28 Broncos.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
The Browns are the only one that have won this fan vote, by the way, so far.
Yeah, I would love nothing more if the Bengals won this game. That would be great.
Okay.
You know what? I hope the Bengals win because if the Bengals make me watch a fucking miserable Monday Night Football game and they lose,
there's another one. You can watch the other one.
I'm gonna be pissed. Who's the other one?
Dolphins
Jets.
I wanted to watch two.
I hope with all my heart the Jets win that game. That would be great. I think they're going to. I think got better defense.
I'm just going to tell you this right now, Jared. I am not watching.
Whoa. The Steelers didn't fly their players first class.
Didn't they?
They did not. They're going viral because they didn't. They're showing like their plane. They're showing the Vikings and they have fucking PS5.
I was gonna say, I know. I saw some of the Vikings stuff.
Hold on. National coach?
Where are you seeing this? I want to pull it up.
This is on Dove Climbing.
Maybe they just rented a whole.
I hate Dove Climbing.
Maybe they rented the
but
whole.
If you look at the Vikings one, it's showing them with the PS5s. And
yeah, I did see that.
It's nice ass like shit, 2K26 and everything. And then they show the Steelers, they're not even flying first class.
I should certainly hope
that's a connecting flight situation, right?
I don't
know.
I mean, maybe they're shut. They're
There's no way because like I saw pictures of them like on a doing their walk up to the plane like they always do. On their social.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Oh yeah, they're just flying Delta, dog. Like it's just Delta business class. That's still first class. It's got like the thing over it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not like
they must be flying like
idiot. Yeah, like Emirates or something like that, where like you get the pods. But yeah, I watch enough travel channels.
They're flying Spirit.
Wouldn't put it past the Roonies, those cheap bastards.
Oh no! Wait a minute. No, that's still the Vikings. Never mind. Hold on, wait. Where's the Steelers? Wait. Oh my God,
brother!
Whoa!
No, that's legit. Just normal flights.
Oh my God! Now show the Vikings one. Show the Vikings one. The Vikings one is like, oh my God!
Ryanair.
Oh my God!
Maybe it's Ryanair. Yeah.
That looks like my flight when I go to Mobile for the Senior Bowl. What are they doing?
Holy shit, dude! That's Coach. Is that Cam?
I'm coming.
You got the Vikings one?
Yeah,
Yo, I would be pissed.
I would be very not happy.
This is the Vikings.
He's gonna say the Vikings got like legit little pods. They got
2K26,
like
bro.
Delta first class. Like,
they have Minnesota themed like PS5s in there.
How long is the flight to Ireland?
The Steelers got seat back.
Like 7 hours. Seat back. That's all flights. They're international.
They got Moof in their knees touching that front seat, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, the Vikings are winning.
They out there flying with the fans, dog. The fans, here you go. Fucking flight.
Oh my God.
That would be funny if like there was fans mixed in. They're just all chanting. Somebody say, "Hey, can you shut the fuck up so I can sleep?"
Book this fucking flight from Pittsburgh.
So Ben here said,
"That's crazy."
It's the kind of boss. Remember, he was the one with the comment.
Oh, okay.
It's the kind of boss that makes you respect the tutorial. You see, it's like
well, you like, damn, I should have played that bitch.
That's funny.
You gotta watch a 20-minute YouTube video on what to do now because you didn't watch the tutorial.
That was a good one. I appreciate that super chat. David here said, "Hey y'all, who would be your favorite player on the other three teams if you had?"
That's a good question. Can we do all time or does it have to be current?
No, current. Honestly, I will tell you mine right now. I'll pick it right now.
He's not on the Browns order.
Give me Miles. Give me Miles. That's all I want. I don't even care anybody else.
Of course you want Miles. I've seen your edge rushers.
Yes, exactly. I'll give you Odafe Owe.
It's got to be Miles, Jamar Chase, and
nah, dude. I'll take any pass right now. My list, and no disrespect to Jamar Chase, but give me Miles. If not TJ Watt, and if not, no, actually before TJ Watt, I'll take Henderson, and then TJ. Anybody,
somebody who could sustain
to the QB. Anyway,
it's probably
I would go Bengals as Joe. Browns.
No, it's just one. I think you pick one, right?
I think he's saying on the other 3 teams.
Yeah, one on
Who'd
each
be your
team.
favorite on the other 3
So
teams?
Bengals would be Burrow.
All pass rushers for me.
Ravens, probably Kyle Hamilton.
Just gonna be telling of like what you don't have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say Miles would be my favorite because he's terrorized the Bengals.
I mean, would that be reason enough to get him?
Exactly. Is that who your favorite? Who would you want to pick?
It says who would be your favorite player
If you had to
pick.
You would love Miles if he was on the Bengals.
Yeah.
I would.
My Browns one is
that's like me loving Ed Reed and Ray Lewis back in the day. It's like I don't know if I could do that, dog.
I guess I took this question like if I was.
I would probably say, even though he's terrorized the Bengals as well, I've always been a fan of Denzel Ward. So I would definitely say Denzel Ward for sure. For the Steelers, I would probably DK, bro. He just got there. It's probably DK. And then for the Ravens, probably.
Come on, I know you've
I was
been
wrong about this guy. I was wrong about this guy because I watched some podcasts and they were like, "Oh, he's not going to be good in the league." But Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton's
dope. I love Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, I was big on Kyle right there. Let's see, my 3. Who's your Browns one, Jared?
It's gonna be such a deep cut just because I interviewed him ahead of the draft. I got to know him a little bit, got to know his dad a little bit. But Jamari Thrash.
Oh yeah, Jamari Thrash.
He's a good kid. I like him a lot. I say kid. He's like my age. He's a good dude.
You might have him.
You want him?
But if I could take a player from the Browns and put him on Pittsburgh, obviously.
If you could take a player, yeah.
But just like my favorite, like I got to know Jamari a little bit, so.
All right, so
definitely got to take Miles if you're taking
Ravens. Lamar would take him in a heartbeat. The Bengals, it's between Jamar and Joe, right? I'll probably go Joe. He's from Ohio. He seems like a nice enough guy, right? It's not like that other douchebag quarterback from Ohio. You know?
What did Drew Aller ever do to you?
Not the one.
Not that one.
Dublin, Ohio, specifically, you know.
Finley.
But Pittsburgh's a tough one, right? Because what they're good at is also kind of like what the Browns are good at.
Yeah.
Will you take Ramsey? That's the other corner.
Nah, I don't like Jalen Ramsey that much. I'm not a big Ramsey. Yeah. And like Ramsey talks too much shit to be a Brown. Like, you know, like you talk that much shit and you're a Brown, you're just inevitably going to end up in the like, the freezing cold take section like once in a while. You know, because you're going to say something crazy and it's like the week before we go to Pittsburgh or something stupid like that. I would say, this is tough. Should I go Pat Queen for the memes?
Go Pat Queen
as well.
No, Jalen Warren. I would like Jalen Warren. Give me Jalen Warren.
Yeah, Jalen's cool.
So Jeff Lewis here says, I think the Bengals will win against Denver. Knicks can't hit the
broadside of a barn
right now. Last year was
a fluke.
Oh, okay. Damn, I can't.
Yeah, he just had a typo. Last year, no, it's not your fault. He had a typo. Last year was just a fluke.
Typing this.
They'll never have what?
They'll never have
that.
I'm gonna have a stroke.
Again.
What the hell is happening?
Jeff, I don't know, my guy. I think you coming home from happy hour.
Yeah, you ain't got to but check in with the
happy hour was fire, Jeff. Happy hour was
okay.
fire.
At least it's just not me.
I thought that shit was French. I'm like Bordeaux. What the fuck is that?
The Blue Moon pitchers were 3 for 5 at whatever bar he's at.
Thank you for the super chat.
Check in with this though. Let's make sure you good, bro.
Tam here says it's all business, not fun and games.
Yeah, we'll be saying that now, and then when it's a 9-6 game deep into the fourth quarter, we'll be really enjoying it. I'm sure.
It's all fun and games until the first round hit.
Okay, so Chiefs, Ravens.
I can't wait.
Let me tell you
Chiefs, Ravens.
Yeah. So let me tell you this.
I need the
Nandi Marabike out. The one thing is we have
I genuinely hope he's okay. I genuinely hope he's okay.
Yeah, that's the one thing I wanted to talk to y'all about. there's a concern that Namdi might be. There's people talking about career ending what he has.
What?
Yeah, he has a neck thing. They don't want to disclose exactly what it is.
Yeah, Harbaugh can't he said he can't even comment on
exactly
the specifics of it. Zach Orr had his career end because of a neck injury, so they're going to be extremely careful with that. I would assume.
Yeah. So
JOK hasn't played he's already out for the year this year.
He was close to the
out
person that I was
year.
going to say for the Ravens too.
Yeah.
When you said favorite player from the Ravens.
Yeah, so he's out, and they haven't IR him. Anyways, it's weird. The whole situation is weird. But anyway, I want to tell you guys that the
it's hard to get cleared back for that injury. I think that's the big hurdle that a lot of these guys come in from is they get an injury where it's like no doctor's going to feel comfortable clearing you to play in the NFL again, you know?
Yep. And then Broderick Washington, which is the other starting D tackle, he's out. And the other one, so we play at 3-4. And then nose tackle Travis Jones is questionable. He was limited in practice today.
Man.
Calvin Noy, which is the fourth guy on the starting D lineman, he's been out. He practiced today, limited. Let me see here. Yeah, limited. But he hasn't practiced all week. Yesterday, he's questionable. Ronnie Stanley hadn't practiced all week. He practiced limited today. He's questionable. Isaiah Likely was full practice today, so he's questionable, but I would say he probably plays.
That's big.
But that D line is we signed two guys to the practice squad.
Physical as fuck last week. Oh my God.
Damn. So right now the D line is very hurt, very, very injured. I'm just telling you all this so as you guys talk about the game, you know the status of this. I know the Chiefs haven't run the ball well. We have allowed a lot of rushing yards. This is a game that I don't know what to expect if I'm gonna be here completely honest. Is if we're gonna allow them to run all over us, Pacheco, which he hasn't had a good year. So GG, because you're breaking that team spirit and all that. I will say this: I know Marlon Humphrey has not played particularly well this year. I think the secondary overall has played well, but the rushing defense, other than the Browns game, right? But the other two games, especially against Detroit, was not great. And now with all the injuries to the starting D linemen, we're talking about the Ravens are going to bring people from practice squads to play this game. All elevations, I think, are going to be practice squad. They might bring.
Are they bringing Taven Bryan and the ones from the Bengals that you guys signed?
I don't know who they signed, like 3D tackles. I don't know who they're in that. One's going to be Urban,
like former Bengals.
Yes, one is Urban. Urban will be brought up, no doubt. Urban will be up. He's been with the Ravens for the past couple of years.
Well, Taven Bryan technically had a cup of coffee with the Bengals, so I can't even call him a former Bengal.
I don't know who from the practice squad they're gonna bring. They literally signed this week, so I'm not sure. But they're gonna bring somebody. So, but we are definitely hurting. So I'm expecting the Chiefs to try to run in this game, try to establish some play action, and try then. Xavier Ward is also back in this game.
That's not good.
So I don't know what to say for this game. I think offensively you need to score like 50 in my opinion. You have to put a 50 burger if you can, which I'm not saying the Chiefs are easy defense or to put this, but I'm just saying offensively you have to score because defensively, again, especially in the trenches, you're hurting. And the Chiefs O-line is pretty good. It's not top tier, but it's definitely pretty good. You need to somehow the other problem is the best way to get to Pat Mahomes is to generate pressure without blitzing. We ain't doing that this week. And then now he's sitting pretty over there in the backfield. I mean, I think this game is an Arrowhead with all those factors. I think the Ravens lose by 3. I think it's gonna be a competitive game, but I think the Ravens lose by 3. I think the Chiefs take control and then they just run it. They do what the Ravens do best. They just run it. Now, on offense, we need to see Derrick Henry get better, fix, whatever you want to call it. He needs to not fumble. He needs to have a good game, a strong game. Lamar has been having a good year. So if that's the other thing, if Stanley doesn't play, now you have a hole on left tackle, right? Backup tackles is not great either. So there's a lot of injuries. I'm gonna be God help me. Hopefully everybody that's questionable plays. That will be great. but it's highly unlikely. So Isaiah's probably will play with the rest. I have. I know Ravens fans gonna kill me for this, but I have the Chiefs winning by 3. Q.
Ooh, Ravens, Chiefs. Both these teams are teetering on the edge of very, very disappointing. So their backs are against the wall. And I don't know. You guys tell me. What team do we trust with their backs against the wall more? Baltimore or Kansas City?
Yeah, it's not much of a question, is it?
Yeah, it's really not.
Lamar's never won Arrowhead.
This is really gonna. Where's this? It's in Arrowhead too.
Arrowhead, yeah.
If Baltimore has to come out of this game and swing
Quickly, I agree.
Quickly and get up fast and like really choke the life out this game. But the problem with Baltimore is that the bigger of a lead they get on Kansas City specifically, the more and more you're like, Kansas City's definitely going to win this game, right? Because they'll do the Baltimore thing where they get prevent.
Yeah.
But if it's a close game, I got Kansas City too, right? Because, you know, they're going to probably come through at the end a little bit better than Baltimore has. So, yeah, I got Kansas City in this one. And this is just a pure, it's Pat pick, right? It's Pat. He's not going 1-3. And like Lamar going 1-3 is equally as ludicrous, but this is just the world that we're living in right now. In Arrowhead, I don't know. The only
the other thing
is that they lost last week versus Detroit, which is like, I don't really believe the Ravens are going to blow 2 big games like that back-to-back weeks.
I did. So the one thing I was gonna add is of both teams, I feel like the Ravens, especially if what you guys, Jared and Hayes, say is true that the Steelers lose, the Ravens definitely can recover from 1-3 quickly, right? Because then Cincy and the Steelers lose, they're 2-2. If the Browns win, they're 2-2. And the Ravens are last at 1-3, but you're just 1 game behind.
Yeah, nobody's running away with it this year, right? Like there's no team there.
But flip it to
anybody other than Baltimore wins the division, it's going to be a slow fucking grind.
But my point is, flip it to Kansas City, where the Chargers are 3-0, and they already lost to the Chargers, right? So for Kansas City, a 1-3 looks harder to make it up than for the Ravens. I'm not saying that the Ravens are going to win the division. I'm just saying that
I will just submit that it is the Chargers, though.
That is fair too. That is fair too.
And that the Chargers will blow anything that they look like they're going to absolutely achieve.
I think with everything going on Baltimore's defense right now, combined with the fact that Nnamdi ain't going to be out there, Travis Jones isn't going to be out there. I think Pat's just going to be doing like the whole Shannon Sharp meme where it's like fried catfish, cornbread, collard greens, just sitting in the pocket, nobody just sitting there, nobody getting to him. It could be the 4 of us that he's throwing to. Somebody's going to get open. It's not going to be pretty. What's up?
Who's the dude? Tyquan Thornton?
Yeah.
Tyquan Thornton's been his guy.
Yeah. So, and with Worthy coming back as well, like that's a big boost to their offense. If the Ravens can't get pressure, even if the Chiefs can't run the ball, I don't care.
Worthy's coming back.
Yeah.
Worthy's playing. So I think either way, like this is going to be a game where, historically speaking, the Chiefs always win this game. They've never lost to Baltimore in Arrowhead in the Mahomes era. Just historically speaking, they're the team that you can trust more so in these big games. And right now, like, especially if Baltimore loses this game, I look at this from a Steelers perspective as to why they need to win in Minnesota so much more. If the Steelers can get to 3-1 and the Ravens are 1-3 and the Browns might be 1-3 and the Bengals could be 2-2, hey, that's a great weekend for me. But just from this game in terms of talking about it, I just trust Kansas City more. I trust Mahomes more. I trust Andy more. I trust Steve Spagnuolo's defense more. They're at home. And like you said, I just can't see the Chiefs being 1-3. It's just, I just don't see it happening. So I'm picking Kansas City. And you know what? I've never done it since I've been a host of this show. But, and it might come back to haunt me.
Please have some control.
It might come back to haunt me.
You got the soundboard ready? You got the soundboard
but
ready?
for the first time, it's going to be a booty beatdown in Kansas City.
Well, we might have a chance now. He's playing. Oh my god! We thought. Okay.
I think the Chiefs win by
Put it on the
10.
screen, Sonny. Put the alert on.
Chiefs by 10 in an ugly-ish game that
I don't know if that's a BBD.
Yeah, 10 is not that bad.
I think that a double-digit loss.
Nah, say it with your chest. 35 points right now.
Oh, it's not going to be 35 points. I don't think a team's going to be scoring 35 points in this game, but I think like it'll be 27-10. The Ravens get like a backdoor touchdown and make it 27-17.
Okay, it's like 23. It's hopeless the whole game, and then they get like a little lazy touchdown.
Yeah.
10 is not a big booty beatdown. That's all I will say.
Yeah.
10 is not. 10 is winning.
But Ace, what he's saying is basically we are getting a big booty beatdown.
It's
never gonna.
It's got to be 3 scores.
The question's never gonna. The result's not gonna be in doubt, is what I'm saying throughout the entire.
I think he's saying it's going to be a 3-score lead until like a garbage time kind of spread.
So are you locking this? That's your AFC North.
Oh, I didn't even know we had this. Oh yeah, this is my lock of the week.
He is.
For sure.
He's going 10 thumbs deep. Okay.
That's bad for you, Sonny, because he didn't say that it was a.
I'm switching my picks. I got whoever the Steelers are playing against this week.
There you go. See.
And I got
Here's the thing. I already picked the Steelers to lose. Like I expect that, but history.
That is. Hey,
what's the worst?
That's the week to do it.
Smart man.
What's the worst thing that could happen for Jared this week?
Somebody gets hurt.
I mean, obviously we don't want that.
No,
I mean, the worst thing that could happen is like the Steelers lose and the Ravens win, I guess.
Nah. It could be something that emboldens Mike Tomlin's arrow even further.
Oh God.
Mike Tomlin gets
like
an
Mike
extension
Tomlin gives a heralded
after the game. He gets a 2-year, 3-year extension after the game.
No, lifetime. He's got the job, so he doesn't want
extension for Mike Tomlin.
I really don't want that.
They give him a crown.
And
I'm
ownership.
He becomes the new ambassador to Ireland while they're over there.
Yeah,
he can stay there.
No, you would want him to be the ambassador of Ireland. They're just gonna you know what? We're gonna put him in the Ring of Fame while he's coaching.
I just want Mike Tomlin to go be a family man. That's what I want more than anything.
So what we're getting is a Mike Tomlin epic halftime speech that Diana Rossini leaks out that leads to a 40-point turnaround.
By the way, let's talk about her for a quick minute. She's on Levitard talking about the Texans, saying, I think that there's something that could be leaked about the dysfunction going on. I was like, wow, great report, Diana. Like, Jesus Christ. How vague can you be? All right, sure. Is Aaron still going to Minnesota? All right.
Well, it's also like very sinister to be like, oh, there's something that people don't know about happening with this Texans quarterback.
Yeah. Like, and then if it never gets leaked, you can always be like, oh, I can't say anything. Shut up.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Ace, what is your take, bro?
Yeah, man. Like everybody has said, Chiefs are 5-1 against the Ravens' last 6 matchups. They've never won in Arrowhead. The Ravens defense has given up 38 points twice so far this season. They're battling injuries. This is a really good Chiefs defense. I think a lot of people they're actually better now on defense than they are on offense. I don't think that's a hot take to say the last 2 years.
They've been like that for the last couple of years, I think.
It's been like that since Tyreek got traded.
Yeah.
Last couple of years, they've been better on defense. And then now you're talking about them getting Xavier Worthy back, Tyquan Thornton. They're in a more desperate situation.
I think Pat Mahomes, he got us out here saying, yeah, you got to watch out for fucking Tyquan Thornton.
This is what Brady did for the longest time, guys.
This is the most Brady
really burn us this week
of all time. Like, yeah, we got to watch out. Tyquan's got almost 200 yards in 3 weeks. What?
He's thrown to librarians and lacrosse players, and he's making them win 13 games a year. Fuck that guy.
Hold on. Ace, what was your pick?
With a Baylor quarterback.
So I'm picking the Chiefs. The way that the Ravens can win this one is Lamar has to go nuclear, and the defense has to be able to stop somebody.
Or turnovers, right?
Defense has to be able to stop somebody. I don't know if I could bet on Pat Mahomes turning the ball over.
No, it doesn't even have to be Pat. It could be a fumble.
To remember that he's really good at this running the football thing.
He needs to. I agree.
Because last week he took like 5 sacks because he was
And
like,
Derrick
"Oh, am I
Henry
good
has
at
to go
running?"
crazy too.
Well,
Well, I
Derrick
mean,
Henry
every
has to-
time that the Chiefs and Ravens play, though, I mean, Spags does something very similar where he just loads the box up. He puts 2 spies on Lamar. It's what the Lions did this past week. They spied him with 2 guys.
But even that, Jared, if you watch that game, he had
They
moments
got
that he
Isaiah
could have
Likely.
just take off. He just didn't. He didn't take off, so he took the sack. Anyway, we have a super chat here. It says, Jared, I'm
I
sorry
will-
to tell you.
Point out though that Isaiah Likely being back is pretty big.
Yeah, that'll be big.
That's big.
If anybody benefits from off-schedule Lamar Jackson, it's
Likely for sure.
That's his
Likely would
whole
probably
role
be
in
the number
offense.
2 Raven I would take. I would take Kyle Hamilton, then I would probably take Likely.
He's a free agent next year.
I like
right
him
now.
a lot.
Can you imagine Isaiah Likely with like prime Big Ben?
Would be
No,
spectacular.
I don't want to see that.
Him and Antonio Brown just running impromptu levels.
Jared, I'm sorry to tell you, Tomlin already has, in essence, a lifetime contract. They're not
You
firing
didn't,
him.
you didn't have to pay $5 to tell me that,
Unofficially
brother. I knew
official.
that.
Unofficially official.
But we appreciate
We
it.
appreciate it. Yeah, you can keep doing it. Yeah, dude. Like he's gonna be there as long as he wants to be, and it sucks because I certainly
is
don't
Mike
want that.
Tomlin kind of like when John Cena was running WWE in like 2012, and we were just like,
Oh yeah, where it's Cena wins lol.
yeah, and it's like there seems to be no end in sight,
Yeah, it's not.
and then
good.
you roll right into Roman Reigns, the early part of that, which was fucking brutal.
It's so annoying too. I know I talked about it already, but like they had such a perfect like guy to bring in as DC and then segue into head coach if you just wanted to stay in house by bringing in Brian Flores whenever Tomlin wanted to step away, just give the keys to Flores. Like it was right there. But nope. Gotta keep Terrell Austin. Whatever.
Terrell Austin. You know.
So before
What
we
year is Mike
go,
Tomlin in right now? Year 20.
This is year 19.
19.
Oh
okay.
man, wait till you're like year 30, Mike Tomlin. Let's go.
Jared, next time Jared's like, I don't want a young coach. I don't want to repeat of this. Give me an old one.
You
That I
look
can
like
Give me
check out.
old heads year after year.
Game by the time Mike Tomlin retires.
I'm gonna have grandchildren.
He's going for the
by that time.
record.
Would you like to talk about it, Jared? No, I don't think I would.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so pick him. Q, are you still alive? I know Ace lost this past week.
I think I forgot to pick.
Oh, okay. So you're okay.
I lost week 1, so I haven't been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this guy, whoever Monstradamus is, he already won this week. I'm putting Denver in this week.
The Panthers play.
I went away from the Panthers play. I went
well,
away
that's
from the Panthers play.
that's how some people lost because the Panthers won against Atlanta. Remember?
Yeah, they
they
shut
did
out
win,
Atlanta.
didn't
The
they?
Patriots. They played the
They
Patriots.
did. They did.
I think the Patriots will win that.
I don't know.
That's too close to pick, dog.
Yeah.
I'm looking at anytime touchdowns right now.
That's
If you're,
Russian roulette. That's
They about
Russian
to-
roulette right
the Patriots and the Panthers are about to be playing pickleball with the fucking football.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Oof.
If it comes down to like the quarterbacks, though, I mean, I'm taking Drake over Bryce Young.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
If
So,
Steelers fans are
how
looking
many
for
fumbles
anytime
are they gonna get for
touchdowns,
their running backs?
I think
that's you got to be careful.
the easiest pick this week, let's be honest, is the Bills. That's the easiest pick.
Yeah, they're 15.5-point favorites.
They're playing
Against who?
the
New
Saints.
Orleans.
Ooh, the Saints look terrible.
Yeah. That's the easy pick because this is pick 'em. It's not even with
And last time the Bills were this big of favorites was against the Texans in 2021, 2020, and they were 17.5-point favorites, and they won like 40-0. So it's certainly on the table that they can cover with ease. I was saying though, anybody who wants an anytime touchdown for the Steelers to maybe have some juice on, Pat Fryermuth doesn't have one yet. It's plus 450. Maybe he gets one in Ireland.
Hey, Ray Rag said Mike Tomlin's in his suffering succotash Roman Reigns. there.
Oh, that's
It's like,
good.
You know what? I got it wrong. I think Ray Rag's got it right. This is like waiting for Vince to finally get out the paint.
Yeah,
dog.
that's such a good reference.
Because like he'll have like one good WrestleMania moment booked, and everybody's like, "See, Vince still got it." And you're just
Yeah.
like, "He's been awful."
And then for the other 11 months and 364 days, he's just ass. Yeah,
he's
that's
doing like he's got Connor Hayward out there, getting all these wins. Meanwhile, Jalen Warren's doing jobs to fucking Kane with no mask on.
yeah. Ray Rags, that's a really good shout. That's really good. Oh, it's so bad.
Okay, well, with that, we're gonna finish this pot. Make sure you sub, hit the bell so you know when we come live. We'll be back on Tuesday, recapping whatever the hell happened this week. Up to that time, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Peace out.